In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a custom function in Excel. Many times when we're working in our Excel sheets, we create a series of formulas repeatedly. It would be easier if we could create a function that would do a series of tasks for us automatically. So how do we create a function? The first thing we do is we go to the Developer tab, and then you click on Visual Basic. And then in the Visual Basic window, you are going to select Insert, and you're going to select Module. And here we need to call our function. To call our function, we need the function, the word function, function name, and then in brackets we have variable as an argument and the data type. And what it returns is return the data type. So we're going to use our first example is going to be calculating the due dates on a list of bills. So what we're going to type in here is the word function. So we've typed in function, date due, and in the brackets we have purchase as a date, and what we're returning is a date. We're going to press enter on this, and automatically it's going to give you your end function. In between these two commands is where you enter your code. So now I've entered my one line of code. It says date due equals purchase plus 30. And so now let's go try this out. So back on our worksheet, we have a list of purchases. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go in the cell below date due, and we're going to go equals. We're just going to start typing in date due. And if you notice, it comes up. We've got it there. Now, if you want, you can go up and get your function key by going on the right beside your menu, your formula bar, and it's going to bring up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to select the purchase date, and then we're going to say OK. And there's your date, and it's in a serial number. So the way that we're going to fix that is we're going to click on the number how it was. We're going to the Home tab. We're getting our Format Painter, and then we're going to copy over it. Now to fix this, we can do date due, and there you have all of them calculated for you. Okay, so now let's go on to something slightly more difficult. The next function has two variables. In this function, we're going to have two incoming variables. We're calculating the profit on items sold. From the sales price, we are subtracting the cost multiplied by 1.7 to cover overhead. So let's go to the Visual Basic window and let's enter this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a function named profit. So I'm going to type in that first. And then I'm going to put my open bracket, and I'm going to have my two variables. So I'm going to go sales price as an integer, and then I'm going to put a comma in here. And then I'm going to put cost as an integer. I'm going to close my bracket, and what it's going to return is an integer as well. So now we press enter to get our end function in there. And now we're going to put in our formula. So now I'm going to enter my formula, and my formula is going to be profit equals sales price minus cost times 1.07. And so now let's go back and let's try this out. So once again, we go to the cell next to where we want to calculate the profit, and we're going to type in equals profit. And there it comes up. And so now we can click the FX button here, and we get our little dialog box up. So we can select our sales price, and then we can click in the other box, and we can select our cost, and then we say OK, and we have calculated our profit. One more time, we can drag this down, and there you have our calculation. So now let's create our third and last one we're going to do. Let's do commission. These people get different rates of commission based on the amount they sell. Less than 30%, they receive 10. Less than 30, they receive 10%. Between 50 and 30, they receive 20, and over 50, they receive 30. So let's go and let's create a function called commission. So here is my function commission. Item as an integer, price as an integer, and it's going to return an integer. So we're going to press enter. And now this is where we put it in our formulas in between the beginning and end of this function. So we have created if statements. So we go, if it's greater than 50, then the commission is item times price times 30. So 0.3 is 30%. Less than or equal to 50 and greater than 30, then the commission equals the item price times 20%. And if the commission is if the item is less than or equal to 30, the commission rate is going to be times item times price times 10%. So let's go try out our function that we've just created. So I'm going to click in the cell for the commission earned, and then I'm going to go equals commission, and it comes up. And so I'm going to click my FX key so I get the dialog box. So now I'm going to select the item number, or the number of items sold, and then I'm going to click on the next one, and I'm going to get the price. And then I'm going to go OK. One more time, I can click on this and double click to fill in the rest of the row. So I will, of course, include the example of all the code that I've written for these little functions. Please subscribe.